All right, let's jump straight into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a massively popular psychological and philosophical framework designed to help us, well, navigate the sheer unpredictability of modern life. It's called the 12 Rules, an antidote to chaos. Whether you know this material inside and out, or you're literally hearing about it for the very first time, we're going to break down exactly what these rules are and how they build on each other.
We're going to follow a really clear thematic arc today. We'll start with mastering your self-knowledge, move on to navigating complex human relationships, look at the principles of parenting, and finally wrap up with balancing chaos and order.
So, thinking about the big picture, these 12 distinct rules basically fall into three major buckets: self-knowledge, relationships, and parenting. The whole idea is that together, this framework acts as a highly structured antidote to the absolute chaos of human existence.
Let's hit part 1, mastering your self-knowledge, getting your house in order.
To keep things simple, there are 6 foundational rules packed into the self-knowledge category. They range from the totally physical, like literally standing up straight, to the deeply psychological, like the pursuit of meaning. So let's just break down exactly what's going on with each of these.
The very first rule, stand up straight with your shoulders back. I mean, it's incredibly relatable, right? The source points out that our physical posture literally dictates our mental state. Walking tall and looking straight ahead actually changes how you act. It challenges you to dare to be dangerous and truly speak your mind. Now, let's think about this next contrast. The rule is, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. The whole argument here is that true, lasting happiness, you only find that in the uphill journey of self-improvement, not in that quick, fleeting high of comparing yourself to whoever is standing next to you.
Then we get to a pretty heavy mandate. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. This is all about profound personal accountability. It's suggesting we have to stop doing the things we absolutely know are wrong in our own lives first, and really only take action on things we can speak of with total honor.
And this next concept is a huge paradigm shift. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Think about it. Expediency is impulsive. It's working just for the immediate moment, which is super limited. Meaning, on the other hand, requires this massive long-term vision and serious discipline.
In fact, the framework defines meaning as the ultimate balance between the crazy chaos of transformation and the strict discipline of pristine order. Meaning is basically the ultimate path to successfully steer your life between those two massive opposing forces.
Okay, wrapping up the self-knowledge bucket with a rule that sounds, well, kind of funny at first. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. But the point is, even on your absolutely worst days, little grounding mechanisms, like stopping to pet an animal, can bring you this unexpected hit of joy. It's just a reminder to pause and appreciate the beauty of little things.
Which naturally leads us to ask, okay, once your own house is in perfect order, how exactly do you deal with everyone else? This question seamlessly transitions us from internal self-mastery out into the external world. That brings us to part 2, navigating complex human relationships, engaging the world. To help make sense of the absolute maze of human interaction, the source condenses things down to 4 specific rules. Make friends who want the best for you, tell the truth, assume others know more, and be precise in speech.
Let's focus on that first one. Make friends with people who want the best for you. We're talking about individuals who actively support your upward aim and just won't tolerate cynicism. The idea is that truly good friends will totally cheer you on when you do well, but, and this is key, they'll also carefully hold you accountable when you start straying off your path.
Next up, tell the truth, or at least don't lie. And tied directly to this is knowing how to say no. The framework highlights the immense psychological danger of compliance. Basically, if you say yes when you really mean no, you slowly transform into someone who can literally only say yes. You entirely lose your autonomy.
Then there's the rule of conversational humility. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. To actually learn anything, we have to really, truly listen. The text argues that wisdom isn't about what you already know, it's the continual, open search for new knowledge.
And this stark quote really punches up the next rule about being precise in speech. Don't hide skeletons in the closet. Don't ever underestimate the destructive power of sins of omission. You have to say what you mean and act out what you say. Precision is literally your best tool to keep hidden chaos from completely destroying your relationships.
All right, so after mastering yourself and getting your friendships sorted, where do we go from there? How do we guide the next generation?
We're pivoting from adult dynamics to the massive responsibility of raising kids.
Which brings us to part 3, the principles of parenting, guiding the next generation. We're going to look at 2 seemingly opposite parenting rules presented in the source. First, don't let them do things that make you dislike them. And second, don't bother them when they are skateboarding. Let's see how these actually connect.
Unpacking the first one, the argument is that a parent's primary duty is to make their children socially desirable. Basically, don't let your kid become a little monster. Because honestly, if parents leave the dirty work of discipline to society, society is going to be incredibly harsh in its response to that child.
But to contrast that strict discipline, we get this. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. The source argues that too much protection actually devastates a developing soul. It even uses this wild analogy of the terrible mother, like the witch in Hansel and Gretel, who overprotects just to keep the kids trapped. The core message here? Kids absolutely have to experience risk to learn real responsibility.
And finally, part 4, balancing chaos and order, the ultimate balance.
We're going to leave you with this incredibly provocative final thought directly from the source. Find the balance between chaos and order, between the meaning that justifies life and its inevitable suffering. It perfectly summarizes everything we've talked about today. It really challenges you to look at your posture, your relationships, your responsibilities, and ask yourself, how are you navigating that razor-thin line between chaos and order? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, keep pursuing that balance.